Alright, today on demo weekend we are picking up Dead in Antares. This is the third game in the Dead in series. They've also done Dead in Bermuda and Dead in Finland. It's kind of a survival management type game where you try to keep people alive until they can be rescued or until they, solve their settlement problems, I guess. So let's take a look at this one. This one's more space themed than the other two, which I think one was like you land on a desert island or something, and the other one was you're like a Viking in sort of landing on another type of sort of island. So let's see how they've decided to do this for the sci-fi spin. We are in
The blue planet. Earth. Earth is dying. We were sent by the Global Committee on a last chance mission. Find new energy sources in the stars. Aboard the Ixion, Earth's most advanced spacecraft, with a team of so-called experts, chaperoned by yours truly. Captain Amelia Rosenhart, world-class hero. Nice line to add on my resume. Which one of you little rocks hides our salvation? Or will it be Ceres? Gosh, it's a long trip. What the? A singularity? Am I hallucinating things up? We're trapped in the gravitational field of this. Where the hell are we? We're going down. Full speed. Crew stuck in cryo. Just perfect. No one dares to speak in the cockpit. We act. But is it already the end?
The intensity of a single mind.
Alright, that's the intro. Need to wake up. Willpower. You have a 50-50 chance of waking up. Okay. Yeah. Huh. Alright. Sharp intercostal pain, heart heady buzzing, breathing is fine, I'm not dead. Captain. With a painful but precise gesture, Amelia draws her gun and points it towards the boys. Where are we? I was piloting the ship and there was a flash. Captain, it's me, Dr. Erickson. Do you lower your weapon, please? What? Will? No sounds, no lights, no movements, nothing. And then... Damn, my god. What happened? What about Ixion? Second Lieutenant Liu Zhan reporting for duty, Captain. We landed on this unknown planet about 72 terrestrial hours. Well, crashed would have been more appropriate. Is there some sort of dress code requiring them all to have, like, white blonde hair, or is that, like, a genetic thing? Anyway. Thankfully, we haven't suffered any human losses, so your piloting skills deserve some praise. Alas, the Ixion wasn't as lucky in a disastrous state. 72 hours? You suffered a massive blow to the head, so we decided to put you on an artificial coma while you settled in. Okay, what happened? Why did we crash? So what happened after our landing? You and I adhered to the regulations and protocols. We saved what we could, and the Ixion allowed us to execute the following tasks: putting out fires, sealing the hole, analyzing the atmosphere, and setting up camp outside. So what's the atmosphere like? High levels of toxicity, as one could expect. Good news is we can activate our subcutaneous breathing filters, and they've got gills, and configure the atmosphere parameter, meaning we can explore the surroundings without immediate risk. Bad news is that the settings are managed by the ship's central unit, which is currently damaged. So as long as its virtual memory is limited, the system will operate in backup mode until we fragment and buffer the data in packets. Meaning we can only activate 5 respirators simultaneously at the moment until you fixes the system, that is. Okay, so what about the crew? What about the others? If they're fine, where are they? And their respective hibernation pods, Captain. The central system initiated the security procedure and triggered protocol WP3672B. The primary buffer is defective and no longer reacts to backup API's commands. Meaning, it means we'll need to unlock each pod manually, which will take time. Alright, fine. Stay confident. No need to panic. We'll get through this. We have Leo. He's been 100 times more effective than me, Captain. Yeah, engineer and doctor. At least those two are awake. And I guess she's the pilot. Captain. Control, manage, intelligence officer. I don't know. What about the locale? We were supposed to land gently on Ceres, not crash head on. We're not on Ceres, Captain. Well, what? Where are we then? Somewhere outside our solar system. I'm afraid I don't have the astrophysical knowledge to pinpoint precisely where. But that's impossible. Highly unlikely, rather. Okay, let's put this aside for the moment and focus on our survival. It's a rather thick jungle out there, so to speak. We've started to set up camp near the Ixion. Roger that. What do you mean jungle? Right, I see. Thanks for this comprehensive review. Good job. I think it's time you show me your makeshift camp. I can't wait to see the decorations. You should take care of yourself, Captain. Don't worry, I've been through far worse. Alright, it's like a purple place. Do I have to click to get used to? Okay. Holy fuck, that's beautiful. Let's be cautious. It's still too soon to get a thorough analysis of the dangers. What are your orders, Captain? We'll need provisions and drinking water. Take it from me, after being in so many shitty scenarios, everything else is a mere bonus. Regarding provisions, we found enough to last a few days, and I also have some spare medication in my personal storage. Yay, we have 30 space rations, and 3 whatever that is, 3 whatever that is, 3 whatever that is. 2 bandages. 2 antibiotics. Alright, great. I'll eat you last if we get to that point, Will. Anyway, it won't be enough once everyone's awake. Any other leads? We spotted debris from the ship nearby. With a bit of luck, we could salvage something useful. Good idea. Let's explore the surroundings, ground what we can. We'll see about the rest when we get there. Alright, so you're about to undertake your very first expedition on Antares. Here are listed the characters currently available. Each character has 5 states corresponding to their needs. So we got fatigue, hunger, sickness, injury. Okay, so these guys are a little bit injured, and he's very stressed. So we don't want the states to get to 100. If they do, they die. So that you can't be too hungry, you can't be too ill, you can't be too tired, you can't be too injured, you can't be too stressed. Got it. So exploration and stealth determines the effectiveness of your characters when traveling during an expedition. So exploration is the only thing relevant right now. Higher value means less fatigue during their trip. So she's the best explorer, for example. She's also the stealthiest. So she's the scout, basically, I guess. Alright. You must now pick the characters conducting the expedition. You need to give each of them a water ration. This is done by dragging stuff from below. Once you've given water to 3 characters, confirm your roster. So... I guess I have to give her the crap water. At the moment, only a single area has been discovered. New areas would need to be charted before being explored. Number of areas can be explored per expedition. We can explore 1 area. So I have to go here. After selecting the target area, it's time to depart. So I guess I want to go to the sensor module. Because that's all that's really there. Okay. Walk over. Fragments of the Ixion 1, including a sensor system for navigation. So clearly we want to salvage this. One of the ship's modules loaded with detection and exploration sensors seems to have survived the crash. With enough elbow grease and engineering knowledge, the majority might prove reusable. Okay. So the result was we got a damaged radar. We got some computing information, or it gave us mechanical parts, and strength gave us some fatigue. But the damage looks extensive, most internal components are intact. Yay. For those. An expert in navigation systems might be able to reconfigure what's left to make camp's radar operational. However, taking the module back to camp will require some effort. Okay, she gets to carry it. Can you patch this up, Leo? If I divert power from the cockpit's main power supply and plug in several extra batteries with direct voltage. Meaning yes? Great. Let's head back and do that now. Let's not forget to fetch some clean water for tonight. So we go back. Since this is your first time in camp, let's go get you a tour of the user interface. Energy is required by camp stations to be operated. If it resets every night, so there's no point in keeping leftovers. Water is needed to keep the characters hydrated. You should aim to have at least one ration per character at the end of the day. There's 3 types of water. Murky into clear into pop. Okay, sure. Top of are useful pieces of information about too. So this is the weather. Okay. Top right corner is buttons sitting dedicated management menu. So profiles and inventory. Got it. Camp stations and resources. The map and objectives. And the settings. Navigate the camp using these buttons. Limited number of characters can be assigned simultaneously to camp stations. You have 3, so it shouldn't be a problem. Open the sidebar to access characters from anywhere. What, this? Open? When you're satisfied with your assignments, click on the execute, which is this time hourglass thing. Okay, so water tanks. Okay. One of your characters, in this part of the camp, 2 stations are already built. The generator and the water tank. So we got energy, which is this. We need to clean the water. Okay. We short one? How much do we need? So I can get her here. Fetch water. Mining stations. How do I get rid of the menu? Oh, here. So, sort characters by efficiency. She's already in the other one. Maybe I should do her here. Okay, so they have physical skills, mental skills, survival skills, and scientific skills. Yeah, you can get that. I go this menu. Escape? Okay, so we're gonna put her here, actually. How do I... Oh, okay. And then we're gonna go back to the water. so he's better at water. Blueprint and workstation. So I'm guessing, yeah, he would be better at this. So he's gonna work on the radar. That's to rest, that's to get water, create more energy, build something, and she's gonna get the materials to do stuff. So I guess once they're all assigned, then I have to go next. Alright, so he's giving more water. He crafts the radar. The crude repurposed sensor module will be useful to cartography and the surrounding of the crack. Okay, I think there's some localization. Will be useful to cartography to explore the surroundings of the crash site. Working at the radar allows characters to discover new areas to explore during expeditions, and the results depends on scavenging and computing. And uses energy. Okay, so we've just built this thing. Material caregiver. She just found us some ore. Oh, we got a little bit injured. So now we gotta work the water tank some more. Uh-huh. And build that radar. Look at the mining station. Okay, so now what can he build? Energy chainsaw. Polymer station. Says we don't have. Okay. Not available, not available, not available. So we can't really do anything else here. He's the best at exploration. Well, we'll get him to do that. And I want him to clean the water. How do I get him to clean water instead? Or I just click this button? Okay, we got 1 energy left. So 42, he's getting a little bit tired. Otherwise they're fine, I guess. We rest again. Alright, we found a new sector. Found a couple of areas. Did you get some more stuff? Alright. So now I just end the day. Put them all here. Okay, that's enough for today. I guess our mining mission on Ceres is on pause while we're repairing all this. Ugh, that sucks. We left to find a solution to the terrestrial energy crisis, and now we've become another issue. Ugh, shit my head. Captain? Well, let me examine you. You suffered a nasty blow to the head, and I don't want to miss out on anything serious. Please, I insist. Accept it. Why would I? Yeah, you're right. Better to be fighting fit before diving into the unknown. Besides, I've read his file. I know he'll do anything to help out. William meticulously examines the captain and eventually nods before letting out a sigh of relief. Okay, nothing serious, but I can't say for a fact without proper analysis tools, as the gravity and atmosphere are slightly off around here. Sorry to disturb you, Captain. I want to inform you that some camp stations require energy to function. I can repair a few spare batteries. That should suffice for now. Good work, you. You two get some rest. You deserve it. That's in order. They're hungry. We get our energy back. Part of the foodstuffs will go bad during the night. You don't have any at the moment, so let's not worry about it. Non-perishables can be kept there as long as desired. Drag and drop food onto the characters too. Okay, so this is similar to the last game. So you are the most hungry. Alright, we'll leave that. Hydration. Alright, yesterday was sunny, today is also sunny. We need the weather forecast upgraded shelter to get better. Alright, whatever. So we're doing, you are on water duty. It's like I have really nothing else for you to do. You want to launch an expedition? Oh, we don't have water. So, we clean the water? Alright, so I can add the... So do I want to go to the north? You can stumble upon aggressive creatures while traveling. So we've got a coal vein. And we've got xenobulbs. We should probably go this because we want to find some sort of food source. Oh no! Oh, we stealthily escaped. I have to ambush. Let's see how combat works. You begin a battle for the first time. Here's everything you need to know. Characters play in a given order. Let's look at the character stats. Stats on the right are defensive ones. By default, characters have one passive. For all, they have... Sure, for your character, the rest just gain 2 level ups. Certain class skills are displayed here. Move is a common skill to change rows. Front row and back row, so gunning row and the melee row. And we have different categories. So, she's got a gun. Might make sense moving her back here. Okay. And then she's gonna shoot something. Okay, now it's his turn. He also step back. Okay, he's a melee. Alright. When the power surge gauge reaches its max capacity, you can unleash a powerful skill. Each character has a power surge skill. Use the one that seems most appropriate. More damage? Be unlocked into the back row. Alright. Alright, down he falls. He got a little bit injured. We got some ore. We got whatever that was. Some meats. Okay, so plant-like organisms, large spherical beach. Although these plants have a thick and swollen leathery skin, they contain substances that could be useful. The open ones reveal something viscous but potentially useful. The largest ones grow broad, triangular leaves that unfurl outwards like a series of successive molts. I think that would make sense. It's hard to know the exact role of the substances held in the plant's central tank, so they are a significant source of organic polymers, even if the prolonged manipulation tends to cause nausea. Okay, we found polymers, we found... oh, he got a little bit sick. That's it. Alright, go back. Carbon station? Reverse station? Yeah, we're gonna make some plant stuff. So you're gonna go... build that. We need water, so you're gonna stay there. And keep her over here. What's my inventory say? Yep. So we've got polymers, we've got ore. Don't think she really needs ores or polymers, so I can put her to work maybe on this. Okay, it's quite similar to growing plants, yeah. We've got an herbalist station now. He's very tired. Okay, found more stuff. Captain, I couldn't help noticing that our method of manually collecting water is suboptimal, to say the least. We're taking the liberty of integrating an energy module into our extractor's pumping systems. You can activate it for better output, but it will require power. The choice is yours. Thanks to you. Yes, that can be of use. Our batteries charge up every day, but our storage capacity is limited. We need to be careful not to run out. If you find the appropriate resources, I can augment our storage capacities further. If all else fails, we'll always have the option of generating energy with some rigorous peddling. Need peddling? Not in your life. Alright. So, over here... Oh no, we don't have any clean water. We need energy. And I guess I can get him to gather plants. And he's very tired. He's at 59% FT. You're about to continue to the next phase, but you may want to put in. Some worker slots are still available. I have people in 3, except he's... Who's this one? I mean, I could have him do stuff, but he seems very tired. Carbon station? It's time to do this instead. You're gonna have me overwork him? Really? Come on, now he really needs to sleep. What's his stats right now? 57. He's very stressed. What does that do? Send him over here instead. I think we should stop for today. How about celebrating with a glass of filtered water and some freeze-dried proteins? I advise against the captain rationing our supplies essential to surviving such hostile environments. Any intense activity without sufficient calories may seriously damage your body, and that's not the starving man talking, but the doctor. Do as you wish. I know I can skip dinner tonight. Find a compromise. I need to fight over this. You're both correct. No feast, no famine. We're stick to the essentials without neglecting calories. Don't make me check whether you finished your plate. Let's not argue like this. We need to stick together. Power repairs the hibernation pods going. I can stabilize part of the life support protocol. I should be able to unlock one in the coming days. Great. We'll need everyone if we wish to make it back to Ceres. Ceres? So you really think we can get out of here? Ship is a ruin, bits and pieces scattered across several miles. We also need fuel and some... I know, but we have a mission and we must succeed. If we fail, the Earth, our family, and loved ones, everything we ever knew was doomed. We may not have landed where we're supposed to, but the goal remains the same. We'll find a way to repair the ship, secure an energy source, and take it back to Earth, whatever it takes. We have the best experts in the freezer, and I'm confident together we have a good chance of making it through this. William and Leo exchanged glances. It seems Amelia's confident speech worked. Smiles spread across their faces. However meager that chance may be. Some of this. You have to learn how to cook this stuff, I guess. I should have done that. It's perishable, might as well finish it off. Okay, so do half rations. Oops. Okay, so today's rainy. So we get more water per day, and we get more fishing if we have fishing in the fishing camp, but people are stressed. Alright. Anything else we can build? Not right now. Can we upgrade anything? They look like they're all red. Nope. Okay. So we need water. We have an expedition. Now, do we want to go for a nest, a sinkhole, coal vein, let's check the coal vein. Okay. You're facing an outcrop marked with a large, crumbly, and slightly shiny black stripe. It's likely to be some bituminous coal. With a bit of elbow grease, you can extract a good amount of carbon. You also notice an inviting carpet of moss peppered with colorful tufts of grass. Okay, so she's clearly the better at this. Ooh, barely succeeded. You quickly notice several promising extraction zones within a small and accessible ore vein. While the work is tiring, the results is worthwhile. You succeed in extracting not only carbon, but other metals. Okay. back we go. We need more water. So we gotta get someone here. I can keep sending him out to explore things. Even more water. Oh. Very tired. We need the extra sleep. Though I'm going to convert some water. What's this? Uh-oh. Okay. So the carbon is used to repair the water tanks when they get damaged. We're gonna continue. They're all very tired. Let them rest. Free water, yay! Not enough to get me anything though. It's the end of the day. Captain, we have sealed the breaches in the hull, but the ship's interior is subject to external temperature fluctuations. Additionally, the regulator was damaged, meaning we might die of cold or heat. The good news is I might be able to fix this within 48 hours. Thanks, Leo. We have no idea what the planet's weather has in store for us. I'm expecting the worst, to be honest. Alright. Oh no, they're hungry again. A little bit sick. He's starting to get... Alright. Okay. Next. Oh, got a little bit cold. We do not have any way to keep the temperature up, so there's not a lot I can do about that. At the heart of the Ixion, or whatever's left, 7 hibernation pods hum in the cold air. Amelia and William approach them, cans gliding with glass and metal, breached or dented in places. I'm surprised the security system's held up. When can we start waking the rest of my crew? William runs a hand over his tired face. He hasn't slept much these past few days. We need to evaluate the damage to the pods and their occupants. There's no way I'm mass waking people and watching them die in an instant. Our best option at this point is Dr. Shevchenko. Her pod is ready and she suffers no wounds. Alright then, Polina's an excellent astrophysicist. She'll be able to help us locate... she'll be able to locate us on a stellar map and help get Leo out of this dump. William leans over a pod and activates the awakening sequence. After a series of beeps, Amelia stands silently observes the resuscitation procedure beginning. While waiting, she spots the pod of Omar al-Sabadi, her second in command. Make sure Dr. Shevchenko visits me as soon as she's fit and able. William nods and focuses on the hibernation pod. Alright. Captain Rosenhart? Dr. Shevchenko, how are you, Polina? Feeling alright? I'm fine, I think. Still finding my bearings at the moment. Gravity seems a little off. I take it we're not on Ceres, or Earth for that matter. What's going on, Captain? Well, I have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is we somehow drifted off course and crashed into this unknown planet. The good news, you'll have a fantastic time calculating where we are and how we managed to bend the laws of physics to get here in the first place. Oh, I see. Grab a mug of filtered water, take a moment to enjoy the view, and get to work. It won't be necessary, I'll just start working right away. Great to have you with us, Polina, warms the heart. Welcome. Gentlemen, I'll go and check the navigation logs. Have a nice day. There's something wrong. Will, do you have a minute? Yes, Captain. Is it just me or does she seem a little unfazed by all this? She's a scientist, so I expect her to be a bit more surprised. Now that you mention it, Polina was always tough to read. She's never been one to express her feelings. I'll keep an eye open. My instincts rarely fail me. Okay, so today's sunny and tomorrow is going to be either rainy or a gale. A crystal map. Okay, well. Nope, nope, nope. He goes back to water gathering. I don't think we can do anything here, right? So far not. Alright, I'm surprised Polina's not better at that, but I guess. So he's best at this. I'll let him keep doing that. What is Polina good at exactly? Plants? Alright, she can do plants. So I guess first we have to do our expedition. Do I send her by or I need 3. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna go over here. Clean water? No. We're gonna wait. Do your expedition a little bit later. Do I have to do the expedition first thing in the morning? Okay, so we gotta clean the water. We're gonna launch an expedition with clean water. So I guess we're gonna go to the branches and lichen. Shrubs. Large leaves and blooming flowers. I'm kind of aiming, let's do that one. Uh-oh. I guess we have to fight. Oh, that's not good. Oh, ow. Should move into the back row. I really don't like him. Well, at least he's got the shield. That thing's annoying, isn't it? Back to defense. Now indeed. They seem to have a good time attacking this thing. earn pink points. I should do something about those illness. Just figure out how to... Oh, we got eggs. Check the plants. Though this life form seems like a plant, you're not entirely convinced. The sick leaves could be mistaken for leather. Still, its flowers are delicate and you find a strong fragrance somehow enthralling despite your subcutaneous breathing filters. Comparing this plant with similar entries in your database, you believe it may hold regenerative properties. Yes, we're taking samples. Removing the leaves without provoking a cloud of pollen is difficult, still you eventually figure out how to make incisions without causing a reaction. You also find perfectly preserved berries that seem to have nutritious properties. We found some fruit. Okay. Now, how do I remove this stress? Anything I can build here? We have something here. We can get a flora scanner. Okay. What do we got here? I feel like it doesn't, we don't need the extra energy right now. So, do we need more? Uh-oh, we need ore. Okay, so we'll go for ore processing. This one gets me ore? Oh, you're now level 2. Alright. Comparing our discoveries with our ever-growing flora database will greatly enhance our gathering process. Oh, you're getting really tired. Okay, so now we go over here. Okay, and then we go back to inventory. Okay. The correlation is amazing. If only I have my equipment, perhaps Leo can help me. Hey Paulina, any insights? Do you happen to know where we are? At this point, I don't know which system we're in. Leo is currently trying to unlock the ship's logs. However, I did manage to analyze our immediate surroundings, particularly the atmosphere of the planet, which I've named XRMLP332 for simplicity. Catchy. The atmosphere contains a high concentration of fungal spores, which accounts for the significant toxicity towards external metabolisms. Our subcutaneous respirators are efficient at limiting most of these spores, but I strongly advise against prolonged exposure. Our bodies need a purified atmosphere to eliminate all residual toxins. How do these toxins affect our frail earthling bodies? Most probably hallucinations, followed by vomiting, intense fatigue, and in cases of prolonged exposure, catatonia. So, nothing pleasant, eh? Any known treatment? If I worked with William, we could devise one eventually, but that would take months. If we had top-notch equipment from our... Okay. So the ship's deck is our best refuge. I wonder we'll need to scrounge materials for maintenance and repairs? Well, we can analyze the physical properties of resources we find and make sure they're safe to use. The same goes for any potential food. Thing is, everything here is completely new, which is exhilarating for scientists like me. Well, I'm glad our crash made at least one person happy. That makes two. I know my father would be thrilled to learn the news. Your father, the famous Dr. Sergei Shevchenko. You don't mention him too often. Guess not. Well, his work made this possible, you know. I prefer to believe I was chosen for my merit and achievements rather than my lineage. But it doesn't matter now. I just hope I see him again someday so I can tell him about the trip. We'll do everything we can to get you home, Polina. I promise you that much. Thanks for the explanations, Polina. They were crystal clear. Now rest a little. The mysteries of this XVP, whatever planet, won't reveal themselves in one day. Alright, so we gotta eat these. Okay. Go back up? Oh, good. The temperature's back to normal. Alright. So I'm guessing we have one more day. When we hit the drought, our demo is over. We have a week. We get more mining if we go mining today, but we get more injuries. Okay. Need more polymers. We're gonna do that. Can we build anything else? Okay. Nope. What do we need for these? Ore, polymers, more ore. Okay, so I guess we gotta do ore. Somebody has to get ore. I'm gonna keep him on this. He's really tired, right? Yeah, he gets to rest. And I'll put her on. Well, where? I've got him resting. Valuable experience. Okay, and we go back over here. There's a polymer station. Which means I need to be doing that today. Okay, do I want the shrubs, the sinkhole, or the nest? Let's do the sinkhole. Before you lies a huge hole that makes you feel dizzy. Several meters below, there are plump creatures swimming in the dark water. You have no desire to dive in the area's teeming with life. Chasm's borders seem to grow a variety of plants. Carbon and plants. You can get fish. Six, 9, 10, 6, 9, 10. Alright. When you use complicated inserting fishing meshes, you shoot directly into the chasm with a light firearm, hitting several creatures. And then hoist your catch using vines next to a rudimentary grappling hook. These are big globular fishes, smallest traits, with tentacles. Oh, get it, go. Back we go. Keep scanning. Okay, polymerization of various local substances can make many useful materials. He's very tired. Okay. And she was wrong. Alright, we have the polymer station. And now everybody has to rest. Okay, so fine. Fine! We've got... Sitting in the corner of his ship, Dr. Erickson stares into space with a peaceful smile spread across his face. It feels good to see you a bit more optimistic, Will. I guess it's the Polina effect. When she's with us, I feel we might succeed in waking everyone up to making it through. You had doubts? To be honest, Captain, yes I did. I thought we were doomed, but you proved me wrong. I also know that should anything happen to you, we're done for. You're referring to my headaches, right? You agreed to be examined but refused my prescription. Why? Let's just say I'm not too sure about my role here. By here I mean on this mission, not here. How so? You're the captain. You had a stellar career, no pun intended, and no one could say or think otherwise. I was chosen because I was the only one willing to accept the mission. That doesn't make me the best person to lead it. Well, it's too early to tell. It will either be too soon or too late. Judging by your humor, I can see why your superiors might have issues with you. They have issues with me because I speak my mind, which is probably the worst thing to do when you're in the military. And yet, I built a career out of it. The captain walks away, cutting the conversation short. Captain, I fixed the survival module's internal thermostat system. You can now adapt the temperature to suit the weather, but doing so will require energy. Good job, Theo. Perfect timing, too. According to the forecast, we should be receiving the heat wave soon. Uh-oh. Need the perishables. Okay, so now we can... Okay. Hey, put air conditioning on. Okay, today is drought, tomorrow is equatorial. We don't have a hunting camp yet. Okay, so we're still missing some stuff here. So this is going to need polymers and carbon. Carbon and damaged lab equipment. Okay, so polymers and carbon is what we want to work on today, I think. No, maybe I should put Amelia over here. And just keep him on the water. Yeah, I'm resting him. She gathers carbon. We got a recreation area. There, keep it up. They're all very tired. Some water. enough energy to do this. How much energy are we gonna require? I think I should not do it. Because how much energy does it take to do a... Like, they're giving me warnings. Captain, with Neil's help, I've gained access to the ship's logs. Good work, you two. What did you learn? Confirm our route and trajectory were primarily accurate. We passed through the asteroid belt en route to Ceres as originally intended. After that, the data goes haywire, leading to some impossible results. I had the main computer run thousands of simulations with the data, and Pauline and I reached the same conclusion. We inadvertently drifted through a wormhole that flung us across space at almost 40 million miles an hour. Okay, I thought wormholes were merely theoretical. They were, and now, despite numerous experimental attempts in the past, the first genuine occurrence in the history of mankind. It's strange we didn't detect anomalies along the Ixiom's planned trajectory beforehand. Something this big is impossible to miss. Not necessarily. We still know next to nothing about wormholes. They have no mass that can be invisible and undetectable. Dr. Savchenko takes a small recorder out of her pocket. Journal entry 4. Begin research on the Einstein-Rosen bridge immediately. Recent data challenges all existing black hole and white hole theories. Okay, Polina. Stay with us, will you? Where did the wormhole send us? The astrophysicist's face lights up conspicuously. We were thrown into the orbit of a binary star around system Alpha Spor Pi A, better known as Antares, which is roughly 500 light years away from Earth. If we make it through this, it'll be the greatest discovery in modern human history. Yeah. To be blunt, this nuke crushes any hope of completing our original mission and returning home. Not entirely. Picture the wormhole like a tunnel. We can cross it one way, we can cross it back. Well, that's something at least, but without a ship we can't use the proverbial tunnel. We must fix the Ixiom. Naturally, that would require a vast amount of materials, but if you bring me enough, there's a slim possibility we can fly again. What about fuel? Given the richness of the biome, the planet will likely provide us with usable materials and fuel. Amelia's stare slowly shifts from one expert to the other. Leo nods and Paulina draws a smile. There are too many ifs for my liking. If wishes were ships, beggars would be pilots. Very well, let's settle for hope. Exploring the camp's surroundings will allow us to take as many samples as possible. If there's anything out there that can help us return home, we'll find it. Okay. Need to figure out food still. Alright. So, we have a lot of folks that are starting to get really tired. Can I do any building today? He's still working on that. Alright. Alright, chilling out with companions might be what everyone needs. Okay. So this is gonna need more carbon. Okay, so someone has to do carbon. We definitely need him on water. We have no water. Oh, we have 4, so we gotta be careful. Then we can go back to that. And what's he at? What's this upgrade? Weather forecast? More tanks? Alright, we'll work on that. I need that for sleeping. Doesn't matter, we're waiting. The effects. Uh-oh. Whatever, may as well, I guess. That's the best we can do. William and Amelia approach 2 hibernation pods. Amelia shivers slightly. The room is so mournful, so cold. I believe we can wake up Sergeant Cortez and Dr. Lombardi. Their pods are operational. She glides her hand over the iced window. The face of a young woman sleeping peacefully appears behind thick glass. Sergeant's an exceptional scout. She'll help us explore the surroundings. As for Dr. Lombardi, Amelia steps towards the next prod. The cracked glass seems repaired with the makeshift nanoglue that Leo had put together. Her expertise in xenobiology will be essential for studying Antares and making our excursions on this rock less dangerous. Amelia nods and the doctor activates the awakening procedure of both pods. Beeps suddenly fill the cold air and curves the monitors indicate all vital organs are activated. Everything seems to work as planned. Right. Give them time to come to their senses and inform them about the situation. Aye, aye, Captain. She takes a few steps towards the exit, then steps back. Lighten the mood. Don't leave them in the microwave for too long. We can't let them get too soggy or too soft, eh? The doctor visibly holds back a laugh, but as soon as she's out of sight, his face returns to a close and anxious look. Oh god, now I have 2 more people. Dr. Lombardi and Sergeant Cortez have been taken under hibernation clause, Captain. They've been debriefed about our situation. Here they... Captain Rosenhart, is it true? Is that beautiful looking landscape outside the window real? Yes and yes. Glad to see you both in great shape. We'll need your skills very soon. Eager to help, Captain. The sheer scope of plant life out there waiting for analysis is incredible. With all these new mysteries to explore, I'm eager to begin mapping the surroundings. The enthusiasm is most welcome, but there's one tiny problem. The ship's catastrophic condition? No offense, Leo. We're stranded on this rock until we find enough materials to repair the ship. Also, our subcutaneous respirators offer some protection, but their primary recharge station was damaged when we landed. As a result, we only have enough batteries for up to 5 people at one time. In short, one of you will need to stay here tomorrow. Naomi turns over to Maria's with narrowed eyes. An intense duel of gazes. Let me go first. To explore the group, I promise to bring back plenty of flowers for your research while I chart the area. Given the variety out there, you're more likely to go into anaphylactic shock rather than bring back anything worthwhile. I'll go first. This isn't your decision to make. I'll decide according to our pressing needs. Never fatigue. Before we proceed, go and rest up. That's in order. Okay. So, you guys are here. And I definitely need somebody to rest. You two are recreating. We need carbon. Definitely need carbon. So you're still on carbon. He's still in water. Actually, Maria's now in water. We have no clean water right now. She's still doing polymers. Hey Felina, I found mucoproteins and structural tissues I have to run tests on. Sure. Fortunately, my equipment was destroyed during the crash. I know you're not a biologist. Do you have anything we can use? Sorry, aside from a computer and the surviving database, I don't have much either. Perhaps a few test tubes at most. Honestly, my work is running too slow as is. Then I might have something for you. After we arrived, Leo set aside a small bundle of debris. I sorted through it last night and found this. Aha, the damaged equipment. We need to make some adjustments and repairs, but this little field lab should help, right? Absolutely. That will certainly help. At the very least, we'll be able to analyze Antares' native materials. But the sooner we set up the lab, the more we can learn about the planet's materials and considerably raise our chances of survival. Definitely, it might help us research or enhance our combat equipment as well. I'm not the fighting type, but given the abundance of threats, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Now, we're not here to exterminate endemic life forms, aside from defending ourselves. I hope we can avoid as much conflict as possible. Okay, so we need to clean the water that we have. Actually... She can cheer him up, or try to. We really don't have any water though. I'm still trying to get the carbon. Damn it. Guess I have to put her on it. She's very tired. We need a gathering center food. That's a problem. We don't have any ore. Oh boy. I'm gonna end the day. Limited respirator power situation sucks to no end. I'll die of boredom if I have to stay cooped up here much longer. I don't mind giving up my spot if needed. What would we need to increase the charge capacity? You'll have to ask Leo on the rare occasion he exits this cave to communicate with other humans, that is. I'd appear more often if you weren't constantly disrupting my tasks with trivial matters. I'd need to expand the onboard computer's infrastructure, which was neither required nor planned for during this initial build. Considering the scope of our situation, augmenting its computing power wouldn't hurt either. In other words, you'll need more electronic components to work with, correct? Correct. Maria and Nomi exchanged lenses. How did you expect us to do that? We need the basics: copper, aluminum, silicon. As the crash site or spare parts or reserves in the planet's soil shouldn't be impossible. And then our favorite misanthrope engineer could tinker together a few integrated circuits. Lou, does that seem feasible to you? Yes. Yes. Besides, if it doesn't work out, we can still repurpose the materials for other needs. Great. Thanks, Lou. Can I get back to work now? We don't have food for anybody. This is seriously going to be problematic. We have 4 meals left. I'm gonna give it to the most starved. We have no food. Ah, we're gonna die. That's the problem with having too many people. It's harder to manage the resources. It's like, yes, you have more peoples, but you can't do much. Alright. So... the gathering camp badly. What? He's not... we need to send someone over here first. You're the most tired. So you go here. And you're over here. We need ores. Nomi is relaxing. We don't need her to do that. What do we have right now? Carbon, I guess. Oh, we have these two. Nomi's better at plants, but I don't really need plants, do I? Well... I'll put it over here. We desperately need food. Maybe I should launch an expedition. We don't have any water. So where's the boost to the tanks get me? More yield? We're gonna have to go one day without foods. Okay. Okay, and then we have to end our day. Hold on, cancel. We need to convert some water first. Which is good, at least we'll have the water. Can I do the expedition, or are we all too tired? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I take it down 3, maybe I should do this for food. Okay, and we're gonna check out the medical module. nest. Or more things with spherical feet. Maybe we should check the nest. I personally don't have my medic. You know, securely assembled nest looks more like a hollow pile of garbage rather than a thoughtful construction. Here's a bundle of some soft, translucent spheres soaked in sticky, viscous liquids. We're probably going to want the eggs for food. So 5 eggs, 8 eggs, 6 eggs. That'll put me up to 89. Oof. Oof. Alright. We have some food. Right, come on, Maria, be brave, you can do it. Captain? I'm here, Sergeant Cortez. No need to shout. What's going on? I have a request, Captain. Please, I'm sorry, but it's important. Okay, but please keep the noise down. Don't take this the wrong way. I'll try not to. Look, please hear me out until the end. I mean no offense, and I don't say this lightly, but your exploration techniques here in unknown territory are disastrous at best. Is that so? When Omar wakes up, I'll ask him to give a refresher course on tact and diplomacy. Go on, I'm listening. Well, I have recently thought of some improvements that could benefit everyone. That's good to hear, Maria. We've had to win it for a while, so I don't mind tightening things up. We have much to learn from you, you know. Great, give me 3 hours, I'll make you all exploration experts. And here I thought she'd chew me out. She's actually pretty cool. Oh boy. He's lazy again. Of course he is. Self-harm. She eats a lot, doesn't she? She's a pain. Well, that's the best I can do. Okay. So who's the most tired? Amelia? Does he have something I can build? The laboratory or the infirmary? Maybe we should do the laboratory. So what do we have? We're running carbon. We need carbon the most. And maybe polymers. So over here we got carbon. You're resting. So we're putting Maria up in the carbon. You have no choice, you've got to do the water. I'm gonna put he's building the laboratory. No, remember where he was. It's Paulina I'm gonna put over here. And we're gonna put Or on the polymers. We have no water, so we're not doing that. Making sure anyone on food that occurs to me. Okay, where's my food center? Over here? The camp is now distant far behind Nomi and Maria. Later, hardly out of breath, gazes at the horizon. And then your report should be fine. So secure, you can come now, Nomi. Thanks, Maria. It's always a pleasure to join you on expeditions. Glad you're enjoying yourself. Don't forget to give me a 5-star rating on Find Your Scout. Their laughs soar above the Antares jungle. For a moment, they feel like they're hiking on Earth. So is this the zone you wanted to explore? It is. The radar gave strange results I couldn't interpret, so I had to. Hey, look over there. What's that glow? Both women approach a small alcove carved with the rock near a riverbed. A golden glow sparkles on the surface of the natural basin. As they approach the basin, a small, sharp tingle courses through their bodies, quickly followed by a strange metallic taste on their tongues. I'm not so sure about this place, Nomi. Do you get this weird feeling too? Yes, my instruments don't detect any radioactivity, or at least no frequency known to Earth. Judging by the basin's walls, this isn't natural erosion. I bet someone carved it out, and it looks like they painted symbols onto a pillar over there. What do you mean by someone? A low hum suddenly starts to throb in Maria and Nomi's heads. Soon after, a deathly silence washes over them, and blood visibly trickles from Nomi's left ear. Ooh, that's not good. Not good at all. Let's head back and make our report. Seriously? This is a major discovery. We have to take a closer look at this cave. Oh, fine. We're gonna be dumb. We go in, take a quick look, and get out. Got it? Things go sour, it's on your head. Inspecting the basin could make sampling easier, but the pillar could provide some interesting information. Okay, the pillar is covered with dozens of embossed lines and arabesques. It's hard to determine whether they were carved or painted. Fascinating. Must be the work of a sentient entity. If only I could study these signs back at camp. Like a signpost? Maybe, or a warning of some kind. Reminds me of inscriptions found in ancient Egyptian tombs or pre-space revolution temples. Something sacred, eh? Interesting. Free knowledge. The golden liquid surface slowly simmers and distorts, reflecting various hypnotic patterns. Razor-sharp crystalline protuberances cover most of the walls. The heady smell eventually makes you nauseous, but it'll be easier to collect the liquid now that the most dangerous crystals have been spotted. Storage basin, perhaps? The liquid seems rather precious, at least from a terrestrial point of view. Then again, it could be a proverbial waste bin, for all we know. Ugh, please don't tell me we're digging through alien trash. Worse, alien sewage. Fine. Sure. Hoping the substance isn't corrosive, she takes a glass test tube from her backpack. A golden liquid sparkles in the tube. On closer inspection, you'd swear it was alive. Did you get what you wanted? Good, let's get out of here. The place gives me the creeps. We got whatever that was. Okay, I need food, guys. Food. Is he definitely tired? Put her on mining. Oh boy. Alright, we have enough water. We want silky shrubs, the mollusk of the medical module. Oh, we can explore 2 areas. You recognize a cylinder of medical supplies the ship may have lost while entering the atmosphere. The heat and impact have dented its metallic shell, but the contents may be intact, at least in the preserved compartments. The interface has miraculously survived, though trying to hack its system would be trickier than forcing the damaged compartment. No! We got a few things, but... Well, we got 1 antibiotic, 1 bandage, 1 thing. And ouch. Oof. Alright, continue exploring. And then we're also gonna do the shrubs. Let's sneak around it. Okay, the large bushes are covered in a thin, slightly opaque material similar to a spider web. You're unsure whether the plants are naturally silky or if they're in symbiosis with another life form. The fiber does seem usable, though. Parts of empty shells are scattered nearby. They may belong to creatures in the bush. Okay. So you can get shells or fibers. Maybe we should do the shells. For the fibers? Well, we don't have a lot of fibers right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some silk and a few sturdy branches. Okay, we end our day. Captain, thanks again for agreeing to our expedition with Maria. It was a success. Not to mention, Nomi's stubbornness hardly put us in any danger. Fine, I'll pretend you didn't risk your lives. Look forward to hearing about your discoveries. Nomi proudly pulls out her test tube with the liquid gold. Very pretty. What is it? To be honest, I don't know yet, but may I? Without waiting for a response, Polina grabs the vial and inspects it from every angle. Interesting. We should analyze this liquid as a priority, Captain. Even to the naked eye, its physical properties appear promising. Analyzing Antares' resource is one of our priorities. In any case, you can go ahead, but don't forget our other tasks at hand. Some of them are matters of life and death. Good boy. We're getting very hungry. Oh no. Alright, then we have 1, 2. Okay. He's in desperate need of relaxation. No, hold on. We're looking at stress levels, not... She needs food. Who's our backup water person? Who's the most tired? She's more tired than he is? And he can go try and finish off what we can here. What's he at right now? Power outage. He has no power. Okay, so we're gonna have to come over here instead. Get clean water. Now I'm stuck hitting this one, huh? Getting less and less effective. Okay. We got seriously found it. Guess we got some meat, whatever that is. Xenovolved! Study each species, and this one gives me knowledge. Polymers. I think we don't have use for knowledge just yet, so we're just gonna get polymers. We've already done this one. Choose knowledge anyway. Choose the science lady. Go back to camp. We got nothing else to explore. You're here. You're here. Convert that to 1 water, but I think that would be a waste of food. That doesn't matter, it's the end of the day. Fascinating. What's fascinating, Paulina? According to my first analysis, the planet should be solely composed of chemical elements formed from the Big Bang nucleosynthesis. Deuterium, hydrogen, helium, lithium. No planet dating back to the dawn of the known universe. I wonder if... There's a muffled tremor. The Ixian crew members grasp for breath, as if suffering an intense and sudden pressure increase. A second later, the feeling vanishes. Could it be variable gravity? It felt like an earthquake. The tremors weren't rising from the ground. It felt like they were coming from the air. I haven't felt the tremor from the inside. Dr. Shevchenko, you should take a look at this. On the ship's main screen, Leo points to a dot in the middle of the stellar map. Oh no, that's impossible. We must warn the captain. Hey, did you feel that too? What was it? Captain, we have a big problem. I don't know if what we felt is related, but the wormhole that sent us here, it just closed. Amelia's face turns tense. Naomi and William exchange an anxious glance. Watch it every day. If it can close, it can reopen, yes? Paulina hesitates for a moment, then nods. I want a full report on the situation now. Great, just what we needed. So what's next on the shitstorm menu? Then again, is being stuck here truly that bad, all things considered? Nope, billions of people put their hopes on Ixion's mission. The mission, just the mission. It's the only thing keeping me going. Alright, that is the demo. So they get stranded on the planet. Who knows what'll happen next. Yeah, interesting. It's very similar gameplay to the existing games. It's just a new sort of skin face on it. And some of the interface, I guess what you can do is a little bit different, but yeah. Anyway, it's available, or it's on Steam. You can wishlist it. I'm not sure. I don't think it's released yet. It's coming out soon. So if you want to take a look, play the demo yourself, by all means, and until next time.